What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another banger. Welcome to another episode, man. Guys, today I want to talk about money laundering. Not the classic way that you think about, or that you know about, or that you watched in the movies. Oh, no, no, no. Not that type of money laundering, right? That involves criminals and that kind of thing. Nah, dude. There's the new kind of money laundering. The one that's right under your noses. The one that's right in front of you. The ones that you wouldn't even expect or suspect of being involved with money laundering. The type of businesses that are cropping up everywhere in and around our spaces that you never thought of. So, for example, no, wait, we first get into the video, then we get to the examples. I bet you didn't know these type of companies or businesses were actually being used for money laundering. So, you know how we do. Let's go and have some fun before we get into the video, and then we'll get to the nitty gritty of money laundering in Africa. Hala! Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe because we're trying to grow this channel. Because we're family, right? I keep telling y'all, we are family. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share. Holla. Let's go have some fun. Holla. A few moments later. Has it ever occurred to you just how many churches, nail parlors, massage parlors, just how many laundromats, and how many second second-hand car sales dealerships, and how many casinos, and how many cash loan businesses that are cropping up all over the place. Well, you see, guys, a lot of people don't understand that cash businesses, the majority of cash businesses, are used for money laundering purposes. You see, it's difficult to actually launder money in a cashless business, right? The way money laundering works, normally people use cash because there's paper trail. Now we all know that, right? So there's no paper trail. So if there's no paper trail, it's easy to launder cash, right? You cannot launder cash to the banks. That's just that's just stupid money laundering, right? Because it's there for everyone to see, right? You cannot launder money through wire transfers, through what you call this, um, crypto. Although crypto, yeah, but no, still you can't take now the crypto. Unfortunately, you can't. Um, you cannot launder money through Cash App, through Pesa, and all these digital platforms. You can't do that. I mean, in the beginning, people thought that cryptocurrency was so secretive and private that no one could trace. But now, America has proven that you can actually go into people's crypto wallets and you can trace where the funds are coming from and going to. So that's not an option no more. The guy that invented this, I don't know if you ever heard of the Silk Road. Silk Road. So the Silk Road, if you don't know, guys, you need to Google this stuff, man. The Silk Road was the Silk Road. That guy was a genius, you know. He was a genius in the sense that he was the first one, well, first known use case of Bitcoin, right? Where you could use Bitcoin to buy illegal drugs and illegal substances, right? So if you Google if you Google the Silk Road, right? There's a documentary on YouTube as well about this guy. What is his name? Ross Albrecht. Albrecht, something like that, right? Dude, that guy, that guy, he introduced the first online drugstore. But then, I don't know if he got greedy or he just wanted to expand his business to a point where anyone could just sell anything. So at the end, people started off selling just like packets of weed and the simple stuff, right? And then he expanded it so much so that people were now selling bombs and missiles, and people were selling, I don't know, illegal creatures, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it was sad, but that I'm trying to say. Now I'm bringing this up because people, you couldn't trace in the beginning. They couldn't trace who was paying. They didn't know where the money was going, where the money was coming from. But he was on point to become a billionaire within 2 years of starting his business, right? Because there was no such a business of that nature before him, right? And that's what happened. So back to the money laundering case, right? So all these businesses that are creeping up, right? It's like you're finding now these nail bars, massage parlors, charismatic churches, money, not money, yeah, these cash loan businesses, and you're finding these car wash businesses, and all sorts of other cash related businesses, right? And that is how people are laundering money. So a lot of these businesses legal, but doing the businesses are legal, but they're dabbling in illegal stuff, right? And that is why you are seeing a rise or a spike in certain businesses in neighborhoods and in the central business districts. You see what I mean? So don't be alarmed and don't be shocked when you see a spike in certain businesses. Then you understand why there is certain amounts of money flowing in or flowing out of the economy. Now, here in Cape Town, I'm not going to lie to you. The two main businesses that I see that are cropping up everywhere are the charismatic churches and the massage parlors, right? Those two type of businesses are almost in every suburb and even in the central business district in the CBD. Guys, I'm telling you, it's getting way out of hand, guys. And the government better put a lid on it because this is going to get way out of control. That almost every other business is going to go that route once they see that the sectors are not regulated, right? Next, you know what we do? We get into the pros of the videos, and yeah, Lego. We whoa. So, people, the pros of the money laundering business, right? One, when you're involved in money laundering, you obviously bypass the tax laws, right? You bypass being taxed. And that's the main purpose that people get involved in money laundering, right? It's because they don't want to pay taxes, right? They don't want to give the government its share and what's due to them, right? That's the main reason why people get involved in money laundering. The second reason is that people use money laundering as a way to gain, not to gain, but to raise capital, right? That's another reason why. So those are the main two reasons why people get into money laundering: to raise capital and to avoid paying taxes, right? The whole point, and I don't know if it's a pro. I guess it's a pro. I mean, these are definitely pros because you, the launderer, is actually gaining while the state is losing, right? And Macau in China, or just off China, is a place where a lot of casinos and money laundering takes place. Same like Las Vegas, you know, same like places where there's a lot of what they call sin cities, you know. Like I think there's a place in is it Thailand. I think Thailand is another one where there's this street. I think it's called Pattaya or something like that, or is it a place called Pattaya where it's just literally bars and brothels, and you know what I mean. So it's places like that. So the pros are definitely you avoid taxes and you obviously get to raise much needed capital without it being detected. You know, that's the pros. Next, we get into the cons of the video. You know how we do. Holla. So, the biggest con of money laundering or getting caught or being charged with money laundering is obviously jail time, right? And then in some cases, in the rare cases, you just get to pay a massive fine, right? That's the con. That's the main con. It's just jail time, you know? I can't think of any other con that money laundering brings. Otherwise, I mean, it hurts the economy. I mean, obviously, money flowing out. I mean, can you imagine money that was meant to build a country or build economies is now flowing out into the hands of individuals? I mean, that's another con, right? So, jail time, the economy losing out on much needed funds to build infrastructure, hospitals, homes, roads, you know, anything that's needed for the country. And then criminals or even just companies or individuals are actually taking that out of taking much needed funds out of a country, and the poor suffer the most. You know, I mean, that is possibly the worst con that I could think of. Those two, jail time, and countries and economies losing much needed funds. I mean, it doesn't get any worse than that. You know what I mean? Most people think that, oh, I'm just going to just loan to this 100,000, just, you know, this 200,000, this 1 million. It's not much. I mean, the government, they have billions and trillions, so they're not going to do it. Every cent counts when it comes to building countries and economies. We need every cent. So when you take that little 1 rand out or $1 out, dude, that imagine how many other people are doing, and then all that money adds up. You know what I mean? So Please, guys, the con of money laundering is just not affecting just one person or just you thinking you just taking money from that individual. No, it doesn't work like that. It actually affects an entire country, and it's the masses, the poor, who suffer the most when money is taken out of a country, when it should be going into state office. Always think about that. Hala. The iconic Greenpoint Stadium. So, in conclusion, my final verdict, right? So, there are two ways of doing this thing, right? Firstly, you inject cash into a small business or a big business, depending on the amounts the turnover is. So, obviously, you're not going to put crazy amounts in because it will be obviously the taxman is going to see it one time, right? So, you're not going to do that, right? The second and obvious way that they do it is through shell companies. So you open businesses, layers and layers and layers of physical shell companies, right? And they know, oh, man, it takes forever to try and figure out who the people are, who the person is behind the money laundering scheme, right? So those are the two ways. So they inject money into cash, like for example, like with casinos, for example, with hair salons, car wash businesses, and churches. They look at what the average. They look at the monthly or annual, and they don't put so much that it raises suspicion, right? But then with the second one, where you got shell companies, you can launder billions or millions. You can do whatever you want with it. Yeah. So guys, final review, guys. It's a it's a win for the person or the company involved because they make massive amounts of money, taking them out and doing whatever they want with the money. But on the bigger scheme of things, guys, it is a loss to the countries madly affected by this practice, right? So yeah, so if you if you're going to get involved in such a thing, man, guys, just know that you are robbing poor people and poor countries of much needed funds, right? So yeah, dude, it's not a good thing to do. I mean, greed and self enrichment and all that negative stuff, man. It's just not a good look for anybody, not for the country as well. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Let's do this. Holla. Ooh-wee. The iconic Red Bull car.